Hey guys, sorry about that. Let's just kind of start this over again. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Ryan with Legator Guitars. I do all the artist relations and marketing, and I'm here with Mel Torres, my good friend and
What's up?
guru at engineering and producing and just content master over here.
I'm just a technology nerd. That's what I am.
But I was saying earlier, I was talking about FGN Guitars. So if you guys aren't familiar with the brand, make sure to go check it out. Drop us a follow on Facebook, FGN Guitars USA. And also check out our website, fgnguitarsusa.com. Basically what we are now, Legator, we're partnering up with them and we're the U.S. distribution for them. So you guys can finally get these sick MIJ guitars here in the States. And honestly, the prices are ridiculous. And if you're unfamiliar with FGN, they're a Fujigen factory. And they're arguably like the best guitar factory in the world. And you can pretty much attribute most success for all these bigger brands to the quality and craftsmanship of their builds. So we're lucky enough to work with them, and so if you guys are interested in those guitars, you can ask myself as well for anything like that, or shoot me an email or DM us or whatever. Follow us on the socials. We're just getting started on this. But honestly, guys, these guitars are absolutely sick. They're MIJ. The prices are ridiculous. I'm holding one of the single cuts. This is the NLS 10 GMP. It's got a mahogany neck, mahogany body with a hard maple top. It's chambered. Granadillo fingerboards, classic Gibson scale length. Got Goto hardware on this thing. It's honestly, it's super sick. But today on the stream, we're going to be doing something a little bit different than we normally do. As you guys have probably been watching, we have some artists come in and we do some playthroughs, and it's super sick. Today was kind of it was just really hard to schedule anything. So me and Mel, we're going to just produce, write a little medley for you guys live and show you kind of my approach on writing music through a DAW versus just kind of plugging into an amp and just kind of riffing away. And obviously it's a little bit different than what all us older guys I guess do. But yeah, everyone's doing it. You guys are probably familiar with it. A lot of you probably already do this, but I just want to show you kind of what we do. And kind of how we like lock in our tones, what plugins we use, and just that kind of stuff. And you guys can, give us some tips, maybe live if you know more than we do, and we'll have some fun. But we're going to jump into that. Mel's going to kind of start you guys off. Basically how I approach it is kind of just throw down like a drum beat and kind of get a vibe for what I'm kind of looking for. And I kind of base my riffs around that. Usually start with like 32 bars or something, and I just kind of riff for a while, and then I kind of just find something out of that I like, cut that out, and the goal is to condense it down to like 16 bars, and then kind of have like a foundation for a song, and then you just kind of just layer in stuff, pepper in some studio effects or what you will, and just make something really sick. But I'm pretty novice at engineering and producing all that. I just plug in guitar and kind of play. But if you guys have any producing questions, Mel is here to help you guys out with any of those questions. And if you guys are interested in this, please feel free to throw some questions at us, maybe some tips or whatever, and just enjoy the stream. And appreciate all of you guys being here. We really do. We love our community, and you guys are awesome. So we're super stoked. Hope you guys have fun. I know it's not like super shred fest like we normally do. I'm not that good at guitar. I'm warning you guys.
I think the things that we were doing in preparation for this sounded pretty sick. So I'm pretty confident in Ryan. He's been quite humble. But if you guys have any questions on the plugins and stuff that we're using, or just what I'm going through or what I'm doing, just jump it in, and then Ryan will read them out to me.
Yeah, exactly. So if you guys have any questions about how we're dialing in tones and stuff, we're going to show you, as you guys can see the screen on the computer here. So you can see the DAW that we're working with. So we're just starting a new project. We're going to do this from scratch. This is going to be on the fly, so don't expect like some super highly technical Jason Richardson stuff or anything like that. So I'll do my best, just have some fun and play some metal riffs for you guys. I won't be using this guitar. I just wanted to show you guys what we're doing with FGN. Please check these out. I don't sleep on these guys. I mean, they're honestly, this guitar is one of my most favorite guitars to play. I'm pretty obsessed with it. It really plays like a dream, and it sounds incredible.
And if you guys are wondering, there's no studio magic. Oh, play that again, Ryan.
Oh, there's still no studio magic.
Yeah. If you guys were wondering, right now I'm just using the cleany plug-in, and it's just when you turn it
Yeah.
on, like nothing, no EQ, nothing. That's the
Yeah,
guitar.
we're not doing any settings or anything, just to show you kind of the different voicings. Right now I'm on the neck position here, which is for me kind of my favorite go-to. Do the middle position here. Really cool guitar. I mean, you get some killer tones at this thing. Honestly, you could throw metal at it or whatever you want to do. This thing just rocks. I do love this guitar. So please make sure to follow FGN Guitars USA on Facebook, Instagram, and check out our website as well. And you can order these now. Honestly, they're a steal, and they're sick-ass guitars. So, but on that note, I do have a really cool Legator for you guys. I know everyone's excited to see these on camera. So let me go ahead and pull this guy out for you guys.
Check. Woo. I'm just seeing if everything's
Juicy tones,
going through.
dude. It is juicy tones. But here we go. We got the Flamingo, guys, and everyone's hyped on this right now. Here's the Flamingo Ghost. This is the G7 FP, the Performance Series. This thing is super sick. It's an ash body, 5-piece mahogany maple neck, ebony board, abalone inlays, our new Hive pickups. It's just a no-nonsense guitar, just a straight volume. We got our new hardware on here, solid brass, new headless. It's absolutely killer, super easy to use. Check out this finish, dude. How do you guys feel about this like Miami Vice vibe? It's pretty sick. I don't know. I like it. Close up, please. Yeah, let's show it up. Can you see that? Sorry, it's hard for me to see what you guys are seeing. Oh, there we go. Look at the board on here. Look at the inlays. The abalone just pops off the pink. So sick, dude. The new high pickups. You can see the honeycomb design there. Show the back of the guitar here. Super nice cuts. Nice belly cut. Nice horn cut. The contours just fit your body really well. It's just super comfortable. Super lightweight guitar. Honestly, it weighs like nothing. I absolutely love this thing. And we got the logo. Can you see that? Let's see. On the 12th inlay there. I know it's kind of hard to come out on camera. There. Super sick, though. Oh, I'm in the chat. But I love that. I'm a huge fan of the abalone. Kind of dorky when it comes to that, so. Yeah, the new bridge is great, man. It's super sick. Yeah, the Cali Cobalt is sick, too. I have one of those as well. I'll show you guys that in a minute. But yeah, dude, this thing is sick. Obviously, this is on clean tone, so we're going to do some more like metal stuff. I'm actually a 6-string guitar player for the most part. So 7 strings kind of my wheelhouse, but I'm just going to give it my best for you guys because I know that's kind of the scene here. So let's do this. But Mel, so when we're kind of starting with a new track here, we're just going to throw down some drums first. I think that's just going to be the best way to start this. I'll slap some riffs for you guys. That's my tone. How do you guys like that tone?
What kind of beat are you looking for, Ryan?
I don't know, something fast kinda, and then I don't know, and then we're gonna do like a halftime, probably for to get some genty kind of beats going. It's gotta get like a thrasher beat kind of going. Just gonna go right into it.
So,
now, what kind of riff do you guys want? Yeah, let's start something like that. Something simple and easy, because we're gonna make this super simple and easy because we're doing this live. But Mel, why don't you kind of walk them through the process of you just kind of throwing down the drums? What exactly do you start with?
all right. So usually I just start with the fundamentals. I start with the kick and snare. That's the most important thing. That's what drives the song. The right hand is usually the crash, and that usually determines like I like to call it like the headbang like move. Like that that's one of the big like what tells your band what tells the crowd in your band to headbang or to like bob. So I get the general feel first from and like play the riff real quick. You're gonna try it?
I don't know. I'm doing this on the fly, so bear with me, guys. But we'll just do it.
And I kind of like air drum through it. Tap, 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 and I kind of think about that beat. All right, right? So like, so I kind of have that kind of going through. And then like, we don't need that kick drum. Whoa, what did I do? Done, done.
Yeah, James is on us. Yeah, you're right. Pink Cadillac.
And then boom. So dun, 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 dun. And then I remember Ryan went da 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 da. So I kind of line up the kick drum.
Yeah, Mel's a killer drummer, as you can probably already tell. He's very intuitive with all the little hits and the accents we do on guitar. So having an actual drummer fill in these beats is it's pretty nice. And I know this is a little tedious, guys, but this is how it goes. And this is useful information if you're not familiar with this process. So make sure you're paying attention to this guy.
That's what I kind of do there. If you guys have any questions on like how, what's it called? Or if you have anything, just let me know. I'm gonna kind of do the drums as fast as I can, just because I know.
Yeah, we know it's slow. We know it's slow, but it's fun. You guys are gonna enjoy this. I mean, once you see it all come together, that's like the best part about making tracks. I mean, layering it all in at one at a time and kind of seeing it develop is a really nice, fun experience. If you believe it or not, these are actually Mel's actual drum set. He sampled his own drums.
So I have a really, you'll see that I'm using Easy. This is like way before like Get Good Drums was a thing, but I'm using Easy Drummer, and then I have Trigger set up on all of my outputs for the drums, and that's triggering the drum set that like is behind me.
Yeah.
So if you're looking for trying to figure out what this is,
you're not gonna be able to find it.
just hit me up and I'll like try to send it to you. But they're like raw.
They're super sick though. They sound great, and they're real. So that's kind of the most important. You don't get that hyper compressed drums that a lot of guys are using. I hate to call you guys out.
So you basically, when you get to this stage, you want, like, because I got the general kick snare feel down, you want to drop in the cymbals. And I kind of just copy and paste it as quick as I can. And then remove the things that we don't need. And then here, we want those sick choked hits. So I can copy and paste. Ooh. I can copy and paste the hits from.
There we go. That's what I'm talking about.
Those hits from the kick drum. So anytime you can do that, just do that.
Yes. Anytime you can, throw that in there.
Anytime you can copy and paste, copy and paste. So play that riff again, Ryan.
Yeah, I'll throw that
let
down.
me see if that lines up with what you're playing. Wait, try it again. Let me give you the 4 count in.
Yeah, please, that'd be nice.
1, 2, 3, go. So
yeah, it works, right?
That's
Sounds starting to get
the general
there.
vibe of the riff. I still got to finish up this. I was just checking my work with his wonderful playing.
My wonderful guitar playing. Not really. The fire emojis, yes.
And then I usually like to do like a cool little fill because you want to play this like 4 times and then transition out, right?
Yeah, let's just do that. Like that sounds easy. Then we'll go to like a genty breakdown for you guys.
So a really big thing that I've noticed when I work with guitarists who send me like drum MIDI is that a lot of stuff is like high velocity. Like you'll get like those super shotgunny stuff. Like I like to take a lot of time to just kind of like know that, hey, most drummers' left hands are weaker than the right hands, so I usually program in what would be the left hand hit to be a little weaker, just so you can get a little bit more of that realistic sound.
Authenticity, which is important, honestly, super important, in my opinion. You know, when it sounds too robotic or too programmed, it kind of loses that feel and that vibe.
So like a lot of people, I don't know if people know this or not, but the Periphery 2 record was all like mapped.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's all mapped drums. It's just, I don't know who programmed it, if it was Misha or Nolly.
Yeah.
They took the time to make sure each of these hits were like articulated differently, which is why it sounds so authentically real.
Be a good gentleman, Joseph says. What's up, Steven? Thanks for coming in, man. Thanks for taking a break from the games and coming hanging out with us. I appreciate that, man. But we're gonna make this sound sick, and because what you're taking from this is, in just a matter of, we're gonna do this less than an hour. I mean, this is gonna be like 30 minutes probably before we actually have something that we can work with or have a foundation of, and we're probably gonna end up using this for something. Honestly, I mean, we're doing this on the fly, and it's that easy. If you put your mind to it, you have the right tools, and you have the right people to help you out and work with. Luckily, I'm blessed to have Mel with me. Otherwise, it wouldn't be possible. But I've kind of been introduced to this kind of writing style recently as well. I'm really an old school metalcore kid, so I'm just scooping the mids and playing on my amp. That's what I'm used to, just riffing it down. But this, and then just kind of like envisioning what the whole song will sound like in your head, and then before you get together with your band and come.
If you can kind of be like, the best thing I can say, if you have a producer or if you have someone like you're working with here, and you've got some riffs in your head, you don't know what you want your drums to sound like, or you don't know how to portray it. Like, learn how to beatbox or like air drum in a really it doesn't matter how like caveman-y it sounds. Like, if I see someone go like this or like this or like this, it just tells me in my head like, oh, that's what that guy kind of wants, and then that's like such a great starting point. Or even like knowing how you want to bob your head. Like when you're playing the song and you're like, when the metalcore guys are like, yeah,
the crab quarter stance,
or like that, or like if they're doing this, that tells the drummer a lot of what they want,
absolutely,
to play. Because I don't know if you guys could hear that, but the like tekka versus it's way different, and then that projects a huge feel change. And I'll show you right now. If you guys have any questions for the tones, we're using the Fortin Cali. And actually, I think it might be out now. I also collaborate and do content for Fortin. If you download the patch recently, if you go under artists, you'll find my name, and you can just you'll have the tones.
Check that out. You'll have Mel's actual tones that we'll be using here, so you guys can really hear what it sounds like.
So I'm using so in the demo I did with Fortin, my friend Eric did this old metalcore band from high school. We used that song, and then we used this preset called "Hey Chuck, What's That Riff Again?" If you like Devil Wears Prada.
Oh my God.
That's the name of the preset. "Hey Chuck, What's That Riff Again?"
It sounds sick, man. I mean, I like it.
So Ryan, I'm gonna give you 4 clicks, and then we'll track the actual.
Try to track this. Hopefully, I'm terrible at playing on time, so bear with me.
All right, here you go. 1, 2, 3, go.
Not what I wanted.
Let's
I don't want to do it again.
Go. All right, 1, 2, 3, go. Cool. So
Sounded good enough.
What you'll hear in most records is maybe quad track or dual track. I'm gonna just do a double track just for the left and right now, just because for the sake of time. So let's double that, Ryan.
Yeah, let's do it.
1, 2, 3, go.
Yeah, messed up. See, I can't. I'm panicking because I'm live.
Just forget about them. They're just the. But guys, give Ryan some love here. Yeah, let's gas him up a bit. Throw some emojis.
I got this,
there.
my dude. I'm so rusty at guitar. It's terrible. All right, let's do it.
You're much better than me. All right, 1, 2, 3, go. Cool. So right now we got pretty tight.
Thanks for the love, bro.
So what you're gonna tend to want to do when you track guitar is you're gonna want to try to make sure everything is as consistently consistent as possible.
Consistently consistent and
Like-
tight as possible.
Like, just make sure everything looks the same. Like, you ever play that game in like elementary school when you had to like match the shapes? That's what you got to do when you play when you track guitar. That's what every engineer does. They just match the shape. So I'm not gonna be doing too much of that here. I just noticed that Ryan liked starting on the pickup here, so I'm just gonna quickly shove that over because I didn't tell him to not do that. And then what you do with the double track is right now I have one thing tracking, and then the double track, one left, and then one right.
Oh,
What's
hey,
everyone
dude.
saying?
Sorry, I don't actually have the Ghost Overdrive on me today. I do have the Ghost Flamingo Performance Series, though, which is what we're tracking on with the high pickups. Super sick guitar. I'll bring an Overdrive next time, man. Sorry, I only bring a few at a time. I do have a Ninja and the Cali Cobalt as well, which I'll show you guys in a bit. But just wanted to answer that question in chat, though. Thanks for coming by, though. Sorry I didn't have the guitar you're looking for to see, but
to Ryan's
there'll be a bunch of content for you
inconvenience,
guys.
We do these at my studio just because it's a lot easier for us to set up the live streams, because having us tear down the setup here to bring to the warehouse and back is
kind of a hassle.
a little.
So I check it out here. It's not too bad.
So give Ryan some love for taking the time to make this happen.
Vin, what's up, my man?
So like
Thanks
when
for coming by, bro.
when I was talking to you guys about this, like a lot of people tend to, I suppose, like the snare drum is a huge powerful thing. So like if you like time the snare, just have it happen less frequently, like
It changes the vibe.
it changed the vibe completely. So like I'm just gonna quickly offset these snares. Is everyone hearing me all right? Just because.
Yeah, how's the audio? Are you guys hearing everything good?
Yeah, just
Because we
because
can't really hear what you guys are hearing.
Before I used to mix, but I'm mixing, and I'm not mixing. I'm gonna show you the back half of that riff with the snare the way it is. Watch how it changes. So like it's a big difference, and if you can communicate that to your engineer,
The music's is it too loud?
if you want me to turn it
We
down,
can turn it down.
I can turn it down.
He's saying it's way louder than us talking. We're soft-spoken
Yeah.
people.
Yeah, the thing
We can
that's
turn it down a little bit.
the thing that's a little hard is because I have the monitors in front of me, so I gotta turn these down when the music is playing. Unless you guys are gonna hear like a bunch of not great sounding audio, so I'll try to ride them a little bit more for you guys.
Also, while we're doing this, why don't you guys tell us how you approach writing music and how it differs from what we're doing now? And I'm curious what you guys do, honestly.
Like, do you guys come up with the riffs first? Do you sit down with your drummer? Do you use Guitar Pro? What do you guys do?
Yeah. Are you using plugins? If so, what plugins are you using? What DAWs do you guys use? Or are you just plugging straight in your amp and doing it, the old school way? Nothing wrong with that, honestly. I do most of that.
Hey, Ryan, how's this sound? Whoa, I accidentally deleted it.
And you got a sick little riff going.
Cool. And
These guys, they write the riffs first. And you got a Helix. Oh, dude, sick, dude. I love the Helix, man. Those things are dope.
actually, 2 of my guitarists have helixes, and they're always like, "Yeah, I want to print the tone. I want to just plug it in and go." And I'm like, I do like the tone. I'm just like, I want those DIs though.
Yeah, no,
I want
I
those
know. That's
DIs.
the thing about the Helix. But I mean, the tones you get, I think, is ridiculous. I love all the delays and the reverbs and everything, like all the cool effects they have in there. It's pretty incredible. Everyone's always like, Team Helix, Team Max Effects, who's gonna win? You know?
So who's Team Max Effects and who's Team Helix out there?
Yeah.
Let's see the competition.
This time you guys are making, it's definitely, oh my gosh. Not even gonna read that. Team Helix. Well, yeah. You got the LT, right? The little one? Or the Stomp, I'm sorry. I have the LT.
Those things are powerful, man.
Yeah, the Stomp is sick, dude. I gotta get one just because it's so small.
I love them
so
for
great.
in-ear rigs. Like if you're like, because they can have those multiple outputs, and since they're so small, just drive up, plug them into a mixer, and then you just plug your headphones into them.
Yeah,
like
super convenient.
chilling. And right now I'm just tightening up the things just while we're chatting, because you can't because we have homies like Jason Richardson, Polyphia out there, just like ridiculously tight guitar.
Yes,
just making us feel so bad about ourselves.
I know.
Well, me.
Kamarabi, yeah. Sorry, I tried to answer that earlier. I don't have the Ghost Overdrive. I only have the Ghost Performance in Flamingo with me right now, as far as the Ghosts go. And that's what we're actually tracking this live with right now. So you can actually get an idea of what these pickups, the new high pickups, are actually going to sound like through a DAW. Or, I mean, it sounds basically the same. They're killer, man. I definitely recommend checking this guitar out for the price point. It's unreal. Playability is insane. Are they pretty much the same? The pickups aren't the same. Obviously, these are passive pups, whereas the Fish Influence Moderns are the active pickups. So you're definitely going to get a different tone from them. I like passive because they have a little more character, but if you're looking for down tuning and you really want that clarity, the Fishmans are the way to go. And this guitar is actually a different body wood as well. So this is going to be ash, whereas the overdrives are a mahogany body with a buckeye burl top. So you're going to definitely get different tones from each one. Also, that has a roasted maple neck and fingerboard, whereas this is an ebony board with a 5-piece mahogany maple neck. Different guitars, different sounds, but both are great and unique in their own way. And they look amazing. I mean, honestly, check out the Flamingo if you haven't seen this ridiculous pink finish. Super sick. Yeah, shut up there one more time for you guys. You can see it's open pore, so you really get the ash, the grains in there.
I lost my
so
mind when I saw the wood grain.
Yeah, we're pretty much suckers for that kind of stuff. I like to feel the wood and feel the guitar. I don't know. It's kind of like become one with it. You know what I mean?
I feel like the paint jobs that you get, that you guys put on, really helps the guitar sing too. It's not like.
Thanks, man. I definitely recommend it, and I appreciate the support and interest with going with the Legator for your next guitar, dude. I promise you won't regret it. And if you have any specific questions or anything that I don't address on any of these streams, feel free to message me directly, Legator Guitars or myself, whatever works for you, man. So it looks like you're running a pedal board in your amp, and that's kind of how you're doing it. Yeah, dude, that's honestly how I mostly do most of my just riffing and just kind of messing around. But really, man, I strongly suggest trying what we're doing if you haven't before. Really get a free DAW. Reaper's free. I know someone else mentioned it earlier. Just jump in, dude, and see what you can do. Throw down a little drum thing, and you'll amaze yourself of what your visions when they come to life. And
there's
it's such a rewarding feeling. Yeah,
there's tons of drum beats that exist. Like Get Good has tons of groove packs. You can download free MIDI packs if you type. Like my singer who plays guitar loosely, and he has a computer and a DAW. He just goes on YouTube and types drum loops, and he comes up hey, can you play this? Can you play this? And then that's 90% of the tracks are him finding loops that I just kind of finagled to what we do.
Hey, what's up, Evan? How you doing, man? Thanks for coming through. What's up, Devin? How you doing, brother? Wes Booth, going on, man? Oh, you're stoked, dude. That's awesome, bro. I'm stoked for you. Honestly, they're sick guitars.
Hey, Ryan, what was the next track that you wanted? I mean, the next riff you had? Have an idea coming out of this?
I don't know. Let's just... I say we do kind of like a halftime, kind of genty, kind of...
Can you jam it real quick?
All right. Yeah, I think I got something. All right.
Okay, cool. You don't think you messed up, right?
I definitely messed up.
My DAW has this really cool thing where it records you all the time. So like if you do something like that super sick, I just hit record after.
Does that sound like a gent riff? I think it does.
Hey, and anything's gent if it's choppy enough.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, do it.
Just kick me in.
Those Hive pickups are holding up really well.
I messed up once or a little bit there. Yeah, dude, I dig passive as well. They do sound sick, honestly.
The thing that I really like about Ryan's playing is he's like very expressive. I know that's a very like loose term to be thrown around, but like when Ryan,
Am I?
well, a lot of people are, oh, dude, you need expressive hands. Like the tone is in the hand. Like, I don't know if a lot of you guys see this, but let me try to show you real up and close. When you play guitar and you hit the string softly, your amp responds to it in the same way you play. Like a lot of people would like play the note. Like some people that I've recorded, like just kind of play the note, hit the string with the same intensity that they have. It's the right rhythm. It's still locked in tight. But like Ryan, when he wants to do the choppy stuff, he plays like super staccato. Like you can see in here.
I learned that from Ed Garcia, actually.
Yeah,
or I
that
take
guy's
that.
a monster.
He's my
at
biggest
that.
inspiration when it comes to this percussive, those little hits there and stuff that really kind of bring it to life,
And if you're good at dialing in your gate, like the way, or learn how to play with your gate, you get that genty sound without having to edit your playing.
Yeah,
beyond
all those guys who cut everything. I know who you are. I know everybody does it, but
and for
don't have to
records,
as
like
much.
that's completely fine. But if you want to emulate that live, it's possible. You just need to set your gain, your threshold for your gate correctly, and play with dynamic playing. Play soft when you want it to just chop through the gate, and play hard when you want it to,
Oh, and Kamarabi, yeah, dude, it's cool to be a total noob at the software stuff. So am I, and I was for a while. I mean, honestly, that's why we're doing this, so you can see actually how easy it is just to kind of get it going. Obviously, Mel's doing everything pretty hyper fast. Obviously, you wouldn't be doing that your first time.
If you want me to like break down how I do something, just ask, and I'll talk about it, and I'll break it down. Right now, I'm using the Software Studio 1. I found it to be one of the most like easy softwares to learn right out of the box. Like, if I wanted to, like, honestly, this thing, if I wanted to quantize something, I press Q. Like, then
And
I'm
then
like,
all
done.
my mistakes, my timing mistakes, just
And then
fixed.
it's loosely there. Like, to be honest, like, it picks up a few, it makes mistakes, but you can kind of see it, like, make those mistakes. But
yeah, man, ask questions. Don't be a stranger. I mean, that's
We're
why
here
we're
to talk.
doing this. We want to show you guys that, if you're not too familiar with how to approach this like new age way of writing and stuff, we figured, hey man, let's just do it live. Let's write something live and record it, as crazy as that is. We're just doing something simple and to show you guys, how we kind of approach things. And it's not impossible. I mean, you can honestly, if you're looking to be like a content creator, you want to be that dude on Instagram that shreds everyone wants to see, put in the work and like learn these little things, and your videos and your content will be increased so tremendously. And then guys like me who are artist reps will take notice of the work you're putting in, and who knows, man. I mean, that's how it works out, honestly.
so right now, I'm kind of vibing out with Ryan's riff. And then he said he wanted like a breakdown feel. So like, go ahead and play it real quick, just with me. So I'm thinking like, so like I'm feeling this vibe. So like what usually tells me to do that, it's like if you're feeling this vibe, it's the snare's gonna land every other time, and then the kick drum like kind of holds that down while your cymbals kind of like either that or like maybe like a soft hit in between. That's what those drummers usually do.
And see how we're not using extremely technical terms and just feeling vibes. I mean, that's just how anyone can jump into this and do this as long as you have a good ear and you kind of have a vision. Just make it a reality. Honestly, that's kind of what we're trying to show you guys, that you can do that. You can accomplish that.
Like, guys, I don't know if you guys know this, but
we're using an Apollo. Sorry, he was asking what interface we're using.
Yeah, and to be honest, the Apollo is just taking in the DI. So I've produced like all of my bandmates track remote like through the quarantine. All of them had like a Scarlett 2i2.
Yeah, you can get a Scarlett for like $100 or something, man. And you can get started. Get Reaper for free. You can even get the a lot of neural DSPs actually have trials you can try for
It's like a 14-day.
So yeah, 14 days. So just dive in and see what you can accomplish in that 2 weeks. And honestly, it'll be worth buying in after that. I can assure you that. They're incredible. And just bring those like little licks that you write in the mornings or whatever when you come home from work, and make it more than just a lick or a riff. Bring it into life and to a full production song.
Like, to be honest, like what I used to do when I worked at Guitar Center is I'd like grab a guitar and then I'd go into the break room and then I'd either, like, to be honest, I plugged in my laptop and my interface, went into like the back office and tracked like a bunch of BS. But when I didn't have that, I would just go and just say, like, I had voice memos full of like nonsense that people were like, what are you doing? I'd be in the bathroom going like and then people would be like, what are you doing? Why do you poop like that?
Birdman's asking if what we would recommend for any like free cheap drum plugins. Probably Get Good or
Get Good from time to time has a full light series available.
Yeah, check that out, man.
There's a ton of really tons. Like, I don't even know where to start.
Easy Drummer. I mean, yeah, that's technically what we're using now is Easy Drummer. But we are using samples from Mel's actual own samples from his drum set that he recorded.
Hold on. I'm thinking, because that's a good question. What I would do, if you know how to map drums, what I would genuinely recommend is, like finding samples, like those free samples that creators will share, and then you can just drop them in your MIDI loader.
Those are cool too, because they'll inspire you like completely on the groove that you may have not have written before, because it's obviously just already there.
And if you really want something that's drop, and I mean drop easy, I'm not talking about like name brand, just go on YouTube. Like, I'm gonna do it right now. Like, if you go on YouTube,
he's gonna show you right now how to do it.
And then just look at all the rap that I listen to, all this Smino with my band, and just type free drum loops. And then like there's like a ton. And if you type metal, and if this is just if you're bare bones.
Yeah, just to get started.
There's a bunch of like here death metal backing track, or
death metal backing
or
track.
epic heavy drum.
Sounds like
and
something
then like it's like a full
sounds pretty slow.
And then they have like
for me actually.
And then they have like heavy metal, like this is 170.
Oh, that's real fast.
So let's.
Hello, everyone.
Whoa, what am I doing?
I'm coming.
This isn't a political stream.
I'm just trying to.
I promise you guys.
I'm just trying to show y'all, but like.
Just have fun with it, you know, kind of fun to groove.
Yeah, I need to get YouTube TV.
Death metal backing track is my middle name. Yes.
So like, I know that's like very bare bones, but that's what some of my homies do who don't know how to map MIDI. But if you know how to map MIDI, I would definitely recommend. You can find free samples, and then I'll probably send Ryan a list of samples that we can just
Yeah.
kind of like DM to you.
Yeah. If you guys want anything, just hit us up. We'll send it to you.
I don't mind putting like the free stuff that I've accumulated in a Dropbox. I have like a free folder that I've like accumulated, and to be honest, a lot of those are legit. Like a lot of those free, like if you get a free snare from something, you get a free kick from something.
Yeah, hit us up. We'll send you a little free care package, or if you will, a digital care package to get started with kind of what we're doing here. But you got to get a Legator guitar first.
So,
did I butcher that?
no, I pressed Q and quantized. So let me remove the quantize.
Yeah, dude, for sure. We could definitely do that for you, man.
So
see, it's already sounding sick, dude. That is like I just kind of just wing this little riff here, and you know, about
And
to get
then-
that dirt face on, dude.
So another thing that you guys can do if you guys are kind of like semi into your DAW, you can like look at the transients, and most kick drums line up with the guitar strikes anyway. You just kind of like okay, cool. He's hitting here. Okay, that's the next hit.
Yeah, you can see those waves up there. Is what my guitar is, so you can kind of see how he's matching it up below or mapping the drums.
And like I'm not even saying it in my head. I don't know how this. I haven't memorized this riff.
I haven't either. So
So and then you know the snare needs to land. I think here.
see, it's
So
coming together.
and then
That's what we'll do. We'll actually turn this into something like kind of complete. And then what I'll do is we'll send you guys the song, right? And what I want to challenge you guys to do is shred a sick solo over it. Record yourself using a Legator guitar and send it to us. And if it's sick enough, dude, we'll release it as like an ad or something featuring you on our song that we wrote on stream. If you can call this a song.
it'll be
Who will accept the challenge?
the first public collab.
Yeah, public collab, dude. You guys are collabing with this right now. This is a group effort. But basically, I'll just throw down riffs like this on some like drum beats and stuff, and then kind of just throw in the harmonies after the fact, and it just kind of comes together. You just fill it out, these layers and stuff.
I'm
Maybe
gonna get
throw a little bit of lead or something later at some point. I'll leave that to you guys maybe for this one. You in, dude? Let's do it, man. Let's do it.
And if you guys want us to do anything specific, just be like, yo,
Yeah, throw it out there.
yeah, do a breakdown, do a thing, throw a
Do
clean,
a thing.
get some sick
Everyone's just
delay.
be like, just sweep the whole time.
So I'm trying to add some ghost notes because everybody loves the spooky beats.
Gotta love it. I should do that gallop on there. You know, like a little gallop kind of thing.
You want to add that?
Kind of do. And it sounds like it needs it, right?
All right.
Right? Doesn't that little gallop kind of sound a little bit better?
Let's throw that in.
More cowbell. Yes.
Oh wait, do I have one?
Right? Doesn't it sound more groovy? Yeah, that's what I was kind of thinking. Thanks, man.
Where? Any questions on the stream?
Yeah, do you guys have any questions about what Mel's kind of doing or myself?
Oh, hey,
you
look.
know what I'm... you found the cowbell? Are we actually... Yeah, do that Wage Slaves, you know? All Shall Perish. You guys remember that jam? Oh! Yes! Cowbell was a good call.
You know what?
That actually legit sounds pretty sick. It really reminds me of that the Wage Slave songs. I like it.
So, like you said, you did it like 4 times.
I guess, yeah. And then maybe we'll just go back into like the intro thing. Halftime on the cowbell.
Okay, so what I usually like to do is I have the player like play me their idea, but that's not the final. It's like the scratch, and then I build some drums around it, and then I'll like double track them. So Ryan gave me the idea, and then now that the drums is there, I'm pretty sure he's gonna vibe way better with the track, just because like
I vibe so much more with a sick drum track than I would just like a metronome. You know, I think anybody would.
And then the grooves and the accents tend to come out. So if you're producing yourself, try to like map it out in a very simple way, like the drums. And then, like, to be honest, just re-record yourself playing. You'll feel way more inspired. All right, let's go for it. Oh, I didn't tell you. I just wanted to hear where it was at.
One good take out of that. Let's see them goddamn vibes.
I thought I was. Let's double.
We're vibing. Damn it! I butchered it.
You guys gotta gas him up.
Chat of here, yeah.
You guys gotta gas him up. Like Ryan's not gonna track this unless you guys give him enough love.
Should stop right there.
No, it's fine.
Sounds cool though, right?
I'm about it.
I'm about that gent life now.
Right, double it.
This is my first gent song ever written, and it's live on stream on the fly, if you could call it that. Play that back to me.
Just record again, real quick.
Yeah, let's do it.
It's a really cool, like, catchy.
Right?
Snare Drum.
Yeah.
Right, let's double it. So it'll sound like that.
Different than last time.
My bad. I usually call it out too. And guys, save a lot. If you do this, press save.
Yeah.
Like every time your
It crashes
does
a lot.
something or you do something.
You know what I want? Just aren't you, for the sake of time, could you just throw a harmony on those on that little lick there? Yeah. Bring that up a bit.
So like in my DAW I can like pitch shift really quickly. So
Normally I would just record it. Yeah.
so
that's
that Jason Williamson
exactly what I'm talking about. See, Mel already knows. See, look, as simple as that. It's already sounding like pretty sick, right? I mean, Birdman loves this DAW. Yeah, dude, this studio one's great. It's so sick. It's like ideal for guitar players.
I'm trying to see if I can do something cool.
Are you gonna even make it more genty? Uh-oh, bless you. Should break it down even chopper chugs like halftime thing. Yes. I like layman's terms too. How do you guys think this sounds so far? You guys digging it? I know it's super simple. It's not like, insanely, oh wow, look at this guy play guitar or anything, because that wasn't the idea of the stream. So yeah, dude, check out Studio One. Honestly, it's super sick. I personally use Ableton myself, but I'm thinking about switching over to Studio One as well. Yeah, so sick. Shred now? Oh, man. I was going to leave that part for you.
I think we can. Do you have something up after this?
I don't know. Do I have
All right,
something?
cool, because I have an idea. So, like, what I like to do in some parts of, like, music is I like to repeat the last line to create this cool transition.
Oh, yeah. The whole thing?
All right, so, like, I'm going to copy and paste it for the time's sake.
Yeah.
So, like, what you could do, it's a little cheesy, but it's a little cool in the right context.
I could dig that. Then we just transition back into
I think we should make a chordy section, just some 4 chords, and give these guys some huge open space to do some crazy lick over. So not even a rhythm part, just like chords. And then
I'm just gonna like hang the first chords I was playing for.
and then you can do some cool like
the solo part.
Do some cool like. Sorry guys.
I don't know. Yeah, actually I didn't. Okay, now I get where you're going.
Yeah. So like, just imagine. Yeah. Here, let me give you the beat in my head. So this is about reverse. I'm gonna give Ryan my idea and then like see if he kind of picks up on it.
Someone's asking what your hat says.
Oh, it says Riot Scene. It's my friend.
Plug.
It's my friend from what's it called? My friend from San Diego. He's helped book like the south section of the California tours I've done. He's a really, really good guy. He's always fed us when we played the shows and paid
That's
us
important.
too.
Those are two
He's
very important
fed us
things.
and paid us like
Wow.
very fairly. So I have it out. Shout out to Peter. He's the guy who's in charge of this. He also he runs a merch line, but he started getting into booking shows, and he's done what's it called, like solid tours. He's booked what's that popular place that I think the drummer from, is it All That Remains?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Brick by Brick.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
This is sick.
I think that's like he helps book Brick by Brick and stuff like that. So I always support his company.
That's all the shred you're getting, Ben.
So I'm just gonna do the simple like
Yeah, that was basically just like feathering in some different cymbals and stuff, just to kind of bring up the sound. Definitely important. You kind of just want to start with a riff, a simple beat, and then just layer it in like an onion, honestly. Just a bunch of layers, beef up the guitar, throw in some harmonies. That's honestly the easiest thing. Just come up with a cool riff, play it 4 bars, then go into like the same riff with like a bigger, open more drums and maybe like a harmony or something.
thing about this DAW is like, you know how Ryan just jammed that? My DAW records like up to a minute before I press record.
So you recording that riff I just played?
Not on purpose. So like my DAW records everything. Right now it's recording. So
everything.
Like, you can set it to record up to a minute or something like before. So like, say if you have a talent like jamming something, like he just said, "Oh, that was a cool riff." Like. And then that way I can be like, "Hey, remember that thing you did? Like that was sick." Like
that wasn't the riff part I was talking about, but yeah,
but, like it's somewhere.
I like that. That sounds sick.
Sounds like you might hate or love me for saying this. Like, it sounds like a heavy metal Pierce the Veil. Like this is my emo kid speaking. And I know that not everyone like drums, so like you don't have to go crazy. Just make sure the snare lands, and then if you have a drummer that's jamming with you, he'll fill in the rest. So like this is just sincerely like,
yeah.
It's just deck it over and over, and that inspired Ryan to like write that really cool riff.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. I think it was the snare hits.
Yeah, the snares are a little different.
You can only play it clean.
Let's do that.
Yeah, fuck, let's do it. Hold on, let me get up right that one.
Sorry. I'm sorry about your forearm.
It's just so fast. Not that good. I can try.
All right, let's do it.
As you can tell, my chops aren't up to par right now. I apologize.
Yeah, and then like
that's what I'm talking about. Super big halftime, and everyone's gonna be headbanging, dude. Thanks, man. I appreciate that, dude. I'm honestly not even like. I used to be like a metalcore guy and like playing metalcore bands when I was a kid, but honestly, I don't even play a lot of like super metal stuff. I'm actually do a lot of finger picking, acoustic stuff like that. To be honest,
let's give it up for Ryan, guys.
I'm trying for you guys. I know.
He's
metal,
the.
But yeah, I write mostly acoustic songs and stuff like that. So, but my roots are metal and always will be.
So like he said, halftime.
Yeah.
So I'm.
Halftime it. Honestly, I think it's just gonna be like a headbanger's ball at that point. Oh, riff is nasty, dude. I don't even know where that came from. But nasty. It's coming with them slaps, dude. Yeah, dude, you can, yeah, this guitar sounds huge. It's these high pickups in this guitar, man, the Ghost. You got to check it out, dude. Honestly, this thing sounds sick out of anything. Really does. It's under $1,000 too, man. This guitar is insane. And if you're not crazy about the pink, we have it in like a solid black called Stealth Black Ash. And I also have it, let me just show you guys this guitar while I'm the Cali Cobalt, which is part of our summer release. Check this thing out, dude. I don't know if the lighting is right on this thing. There we go. There, I think that's a sweet spot. Yeah. Look at the grain on this thing. It's insane. Look at the back of this. It's so sick, dude. It's super California, and that's why we called it that. It's just insane, dude. And this comes in 6, 7, 8 string and in the headless versions. This is the Ninja with the headstock. But super sick, dude. It's like a blue burst with like a purple edges. Just honestly, I'm a big fanboy of this. But so if you're not into the flamingo pink, you know, we do have different options as well. Honestly, they're all gorgeous, amazing. Yeah, dude, check it out, dude. Honestly, you'll dig it. I assure you'll dig it, man. I'm using the Ghost for this one. I'm not even like super into pink guitars until this happened. Oh, what's up, Taylor? Thanks for coming by, bro.
Got any questions on the stream? While I
Yeah, you guys have any questions or anything? Feel free to ask me anything about Legator, FGN guitars. I mean, I don't know. If you guys are curious about anything new or anything, you know, shoot them my way, man.
I think we're doing the raffle, right? On this thing.
Should we do a raffle or should we do the challenge, the solo challenge?
I think
that's a pretty good.
We should do the challenge. Yeah. Let's see.
I mean, are you guys down for that? Would you guys actually do it? If we sent you this track that we're doing right now, and maybe just throw your take on it or whatever, and maybe make it better, because I'm sure you guys can do a lot better than me. And we'll use it for something, man. We'll feature you guys. It'll be cool. It'll be fun, right?
Okay, cool. So,
that big exposure you guys are looking for.
I have it pretty quiet right now just because
Yeah, he's trying to hype you guys up.
I have it pretty quiet right now so me and Ryan can talk and you guys don't hear me.
Thanks, man. Thanks. The tone is sick, dude. It's powered by neural DSP, man. Can't go wrong, honestly. But yeah, if you guys have any questions on like approaches to writing stuff or anything like that, you know, I could try to answer the best I can. Basically, what I'm doing, me and Mel are kind of just vibing off each other right now. It's kind of what's been happening. You know, I started with like some just rhythm stuff. He's throwing down some drums, and honestly, I'm just kind of just vibing off those riffs, off those drums. Clean jazz solo, that'd be nuts, dude. Have you seen our Legator pics? Has anyone seen these? Does this come up on camera? Look at these pics. Oh, I don't think you'll be able to see it though. It's too hard to focus. Oh. It's Escape from New York, if you haven't seen it. It's so sick. It's kind of a joke, but if you guys buy a guitar or anything, I'll shoot them your way, man. They're awesome. Sorry, I don't know. They're cool pics, though. It's like an inside joke that's really funny. It's got Kurt Russell on it from Escape from New York, and it's pretty metal, dude, honestly. But we're about to hit you some heavies right now, dude. I already know that breaking that down halftime is going to be... If you're not headbanging in the chat, you're doing something wrong, dude. I'm just playing drop A, bro. Honestly, that's the one thing. Another thing I have to comment on. All these guys who are like just convinced that you need to be like can drop G or something to sound heavy. I'm not saying you don't. I mean, drop tunings are sick, dude. Honestly, if that's what you want, that's what you want, and I like them too. But it's not like an end all. Like you don't have to be tuned down super low to sound heavy. That's it's not the case, man. You can play a 6-string in standard E and create some of the heaviest riffs out there. It's just all about your picking hand, man, and your attitude about the whole thing, honestly. Yeah, I'm just playing drop A, dude. Standard, you know, nothing crazy.
I'm gonna try to surprise Ryan.
E flat, nice. I play E flat with my roommate, and we do that usually just for his like vocal range. But that's like a whole different kind of style of music. Ooh, see, little studio trickery, and now. Actually, I can see where that could be really sick. A little too abrupt, maybe.
Oh, you
Soften that in a
just
bit.
need a little.
Drop K minor, yeah. K sharp, dude. Sick. Dude, I've seen some crazy stuff, dude. We're getting like a tour, bro. We see some crazy stuff. I saw a guy with a 6-string with like a 90 gauge, dude. It was the worst playing experience I've ever seen. Like, trying to pick it up was horrible. What's up, Bobby? What's up, man? Thanks for coming by, dude. We're writing and producing a track live that we probably will end up using for something, maybe like a Legator commercial kind of thing or ad or something.
All right, so check this out. I just added like an explosion effect that I downloaded off the internet, but it's
For
like
free, mind you.
If you guys want it, I can send it to you. It's my slam effect, and I add 808s to it, but it's pretty cool. But if you want to do like the thing that every like one did in 2008, was it 2000? No, it's like probably 2000.
Dude, my golden era, 2008. Yes, when I was actually playing in bands. The Arctic 8 Ninja can't get there soon enough, dude. It can't. The hype is real on those. Oh, there we go. Yeah. The hype is real on those. Honestly, you're gonna love that thing, dude. Thank you again for getting that. I really appreciate the support, man. We are a very small team, and we are busting our asses to make this, make the best guitars we can. And the Arctic is actually one of my babies. It's like my favorite guitar in the world. So you're gonna love that thing, dude. Strongly recommend it.
How's it sound,
Dude,
Ryan?
First Legator, first 8-string, you got the one. So be excited, bro. Really, you're gonna be jacked.
What do you think of that?
Yeah, play that.
Okay, so if you guys are curious about how I did that, just let me know.
Show them. This is how you do the cool gent stuff that everyone hears and it's like, oh my god, the production's insane. Mel did it in like 5 minutes,
You
So
just
it's
take
not
like
that
a
crazy.
part of your guitar and then you just duplicate it over a ton, and then that's what that is.
Simple as that.
Just sounds like Windows 95 broke.
Yeah, you're like trying to just log in your computer, you're trying to play your World of Warcraft in 2004 or whatever you were doing.
Yeah.
Super pissed. Probably use that sound.
And then
Yes, this Ghost does have the high pickups. That's what you're hearing right now.
and everyone just pans them.
Yes, these are the high passive pups. As you can tell, they're beast mode. That is what's coming through right now, yeah. I mean, I just played. I'm not like playing it live, but yeah, that's.
Yeah.
You hear that? Yeah, this is all live from the high pups.
If you're curious about what it is, like he's going into
Yeah, if you want to see what exactly what the patch looks like.
It's the newly released Fortin Cali suite through one of my
Super sick.
presets called Hey Chuck, what's that riff again? And then it's just these are the settings.
There's a Chuck in chat. If I wanted to get some hives for my Ghost, can I buy them? I need a Ghost case too. Right now we're not like selling them directly, but yeah, dude, Steven, for you, just hit me up, dude. I'll set you straight, man. I know you need some work on your guitars too. You got all that gold hardware and stuff. Yeah, in time, dude. We'll be able to schedule you in. Dude, do it, man. Honestly, if you want, I will hook you up since you just bought one too. If you're serious about that, I'll definitely give you a deal, man. And yeah, dude, these things are sick, man. You're gonna love it. Get a headless if you didn't get a headless, try it out. Honestly, I know a lot of people are like on the fence about it, but dude, I was like that, and it's like my favorite thing in the world now.
When I got my headless, to be honest, it was so like interesting to look at as a contrast to the other guitars. I just found myself playing guitar more.
Yeah, you do.
I just kept on picking up.
It's
Like,
the
this thing looks
best
cool.
couch guitar, Like
Yeah.
come on. We all know we all sit on the couch and just noodle or playing, like watching movies and stuff, And this is that guitar. It's so good, and it's so quality for the studio, for the road, for shows, like any gigging situation. Like, it's just so versatile, you know? It's awesome, man. You can fly with it. I mean, that alone is like insane.
That is if you're traveling or if you're touring or you're gigging, like that guitar makes it so much easier to like.
Dude, look at this.
If you've
I'm
ever
in this
toured
space right now, and I'm having no problem, you know.
if you've ever toured in like a Ford Econoline or like whatever,
Like everyone
like everyone's there. You want as much space as you get, and these goats are like the perfect size. Can you just throw them under the?
You could literally write a song in the tour bus on the way to the gig
not
and
piss
play
your
it that
pants
night.
off.
Yeah. That riff sounds brutal, dude.
Yeah, right.
What?
Dude, you came up with that like out of nowhere too.
Dude, you guys, I'm attributing that riff to chat, dude.
The chat inspired.
The chat inspired that riff. Yeah, dude, I know the feeling. Smacking your headstock on any part of your desk is like the worst thing that ever happened to your existence, man. I've done that so many times recording, and I want to cry every time. So another reason to get headless, man. It's a goat, yeah. Might as well be, dude.
So, who in the chat like already produces themselves? And like,
I'm
what's
sure a lot
your
of these
favorite
guys
DAW?
do.
Like, what do you guys use?
I saw Reaper earlier, someone was saying. I know Taylor, I think I saw him earlier. He's an Ableton guy. What do you got, Logic? Yeah, Vin's a Logic dude.
Tell us why. Like, why that's your favorite?
Why Logic, Vin? I'm going to put you on the spot.
Like, what do you like? I like Logic for a lot of things, but I want to know why other people are using what they use. A lot of people give me a lot of flack for using this DAW, but when they see how
Cubase
fast I
is
do
sick.
stuff in it.
I used Cubase a long time ago. It was really good for like live instruments and stuff like that. I found it pretty good. Yeah, I mean, honestly, they're all like operate essentially. They do the same functions. It's just each of them have like different little things. For live, Ableton, I know, in my opinion, is probably the best because you can map your lighting and stuff to it too, copy paste and everything.
Oh yeah, Devin had a lot to say about that.
Yeah, he did. A lot of people do. I've heard that a lot from a lot of people. Yeah, I mean, you know, whatever works for you. I mean, that's going to be the best at the end of the day. Like, whatever writing process. I mean, we're just kind of showing you an insight on, like, maybe a different approach than you might not normally do. I know this seems maybe not super organic to, like, those old school guys, but, in fact, it really is, though, because we're just having fun. Me and Mel are kind of, like, vibing each off each other and the chat as well, and just kind of going with it. So, I mean, you could write quality music like this. You really can. I think we've been doing this for less than an hour or maybe about an hour, and got a pretty sick foundation, right, for something. You could use this for a lot of different things. A lot of times I'll jam like this for a while, and let's say like on 32 bars and just throw down a bunch of riffs, like take things that I like and things that I like that'll work for maybe this song. And sometimes I find things that are like I really like, but I don't want to use it for this song. So I'll just change the key so it doesn't sound too like, but it's the same riff, you know, and then boom, build a whole new song after that. Now it's all of a sudden this one little jam session I had like turned into 4 different projects, and then you just like work on that throughout the month, and just, you know, you never know, man. You can come up with really cool stuff like that. Was you can't really see the SPL levels. Oh, on Cubase.
So like,
yeah, dude. I mean, that's like the winning combo right now. Just get an interface, get a DAW, neural DSP. And then you add a Legator in the mix. I mean, you're golden, dude. You're golden. I mean, if you're trying to write metal and modern stuff, I mean, this is the way to go. Does everyone here have Legator guitars? Is anyone here who doesn't have one that might be interested in one? Has like maybe some specific questions about or anything? They're sick, dude. I know they're amazing guitars, man. Honestly, we've stepped it up a lot over the years. We improve every year. And I really, honestly, our new stuff is like legit, man. It's really good. and for the price, you're getting a lot of guitar. We actually do so much work to get those prices down to where they are. I know it still seems expensive to some people, but if you look at the market and what really those materials cost, like the Buckeye, for example, it's like, how are we able to do this for this price point? We actually go up to Northern California ourselves. We source the wood ourselves. We clean the wood ourselves. We fumigate it and everything. We treat it all ourselves. And it's only a few of us that do that. It's a pain in the ass, dude, but we do it for you. And we're not making a ton of money. We're not making actually any money, really. We're just trying to brand ourselves, really, and give back, really support a community. Build a community is what we're really trying to do here. Proud owner of 3, dude. My man. You guys are the best. I love you guys. So another thing I want to start is like, I want to make this more of a place where you guys can connect with each other as well. I know you guys are all hanging out with us, but you are hanging out with each other as well. I think it'd be really cool to see you guys link up and like collab and work on ideas together. Honestly, that's just what this is all about. That's what music's all about. It's kind of bringing everyone together and like just having fun with it, getting away from all this crazy stuff that's going on in the world right now. And that's why we started the stream. It's just so much going on, and we just wanted to connect with you guys and have some fun. Maybe be able to create some kind of cool place where we all can hang out and talk music, talk gear. Who knows? Maybe we'll bring video games in the mix or something, since this is Twitch. I know everyone's kind of hyped on that stuff, so maybe we'll do a little bit of that too.
Okay, so I had this idea in my head.
If I owe any more money, you did say that. Yeah, ask James. He has one of these guitars. He has the Black Ash. If you don't take my word for how sweet this guitar is, or how much fun it is, and how great it is for the price, he doesn't work for us. I can assure you that. So just ask him, man. If you have any, if you're hesitant at all in any way, dude, they're sick guitars, man. I just can't say that enough. Oh, there we go. Ooh.
So I kind of like
chopped up my riff and made a new riff.
Yeah, I took up the bits and pieces, and because I can't play guitar like Ryan. Like, trust me, I can't. Like, I have to slow it down a lot and then speed it up. But I kind of had this idea in my head, so I kind of like chopped up the bits and pieces. I might ask Ryan to replay it because I can't get the second idea out. But the idea sounds like this.
Yeah. Let me know what you guys think about this. So natural for me.
The same thing, but like the space. This space is what I'm looking for.
Oh.
So like that boom.
I don't know.
But like,
something like that.
yeah, that's it. Yeah.
I don't know, something like that.
Yeah, let's try it.
think?
I
Did that
almost-
work?
I almost said. Almost
I
dropped.
think I messed up a little bit, but
Let's just do it again.
if there was any Ghost 7 or 8 that would ship out sooner than the Arctic Ninja, which ones would that be? I'm kind of confused. If there was any Ghost 7 or 8 that would ship out soon. Any of the guitars. Dude, honestly, it's kind of like everything's kind of in the same boat as far as ship dates. I do apologize for the wait on that, man. Unfortunately, with like coronavirus hitting us, we had to stop like all productions. Everything was closed, and really, honestly, we were relying on all our like where we source all the material from. There was delays on. It was like a domino effect, man. It actually affected like every part of how we build guitars, from the pickups to the hardware to the wood, everything. So that is the real reason why this is taking a while to get to you guys, but they're almost all done. We're shipping everything out. Like, we already started shipping the Arctics and stuff out. But I apologize for the wait, and thank you for the patience and understanding. It's just, it kind of is what it is this year, and everyone's in the same boat. Honestly, it sucks. But it's going to be worth the wait, man. It's honestly going to be worth the wait. Birdman, 3 a.m. Dude, you're the man for hanging out, dude. Got to do sound in the morning for a band. Oh, another live stream, dude. Sick. Well, dude, I'm down to check it out, dude. Send me the link. Little tricks. Yeah, dude. Get a Legator and just hang out with us, dude. We do have Instagrams and stuff. Mine is RYV113. It's my personal page. Go say what up to me and send me a message. And Mel is I Wake Up to Sleep. Right?
Yeah.
That's your Instagram? Yeah.
I wake up.
So RYV113 and I Wake Up to Sleep are our personal pages. If you guys just want to talk to us on like in a personal message or anything.
Or you can find us. You can find me on Facebook. I'll hit you up.
Yeah, or Facebook, whatever works, dude.
Ryan, can you double that? Do it again.
Yeah.
Do it again. Double it. How's this sounding for you guys? Because like I'm usually just the guy that runs the sound, but since I'm producing and doing the sound,
It's a little tricky. Yeah.
all the input and criticism, I do respect and appreciate.
How does it sound good to you guys? You guys dig it?
So like this is something I accidentally did. I accidentally dragged over this track under it. So I wanted to see what happens if I like just go. So yeah,
See?
like magical accidents.
Yeah,
Like-
magical accidents. See, that's the beauty of doing this in a DAW. You can do things like that and hear things that you just never would have been able to play on your own or even think of.
And the huge thing about writing in a DAW, like once you like learn it, you can always just delete the thing you didn't like, or just make a ton of versions and then end up making like 7 remixes or songs, or
Which could be a problem, though. Don't remix your own song too many times. Just because you're bored of it doesn't mean it's bad. I've made that mistake many times where I'll write a song and I'll change it over so many times and it becomes a whole new song. And then I'll go back and listen to the original. I'm like, man, I actually like the original more. And it just happens sometimes, man. Thanks, man. I'm glad you dig into guitar. I love this guitar as well. This is the G7FP in Flamingo. Check it out, man.
that?
Thing. It plays like a dream. Yeah, hey, what do you guys think?
If you guys are about it, let us know.
Yeah, throw up some horns or something if you're about that life, dude.
So what I'm gonna do is, because it's to just like move those, just alternate the riffs. So I might go a little overboard this.
Zola, I'll definitely check out your band, bro.
Very Jason Richardson.
Is that what someone said? Oh, it is very Jason Richardson-esque. Except I can't play that good. Yeah. Heavenly Chorus outro fade out, dude. Yes.
So and I think we've hit that 1 minute mark, which means that this is
officially a song idea.
Official or something good enough to throw on Instagram for a gear demo.
And real talk, like if we weren't even doing this on stream and like talking and stuff, me and Mel would have banged this out in probably like 20 minutes. Honestly, just to show you guys that.
Yeah, we were doing a little bit of a warm up before, and we were just like vibing. And to be honest, man, like when you get like the right sounds in, you have a good tone, and you don't have to worry about fidgeting with it, and you just get to play guitar. It just gasses you up to write stuff.
It does. Let the instrument do the work for you, man. You find your tones, you get something that you're comfortable with, and honestly, the guitar and the tone and just your overall, what you're dealing with right now will inspire you, man. It just happens, dude.
Hey, Ryan.
Like those riffs, that was literally all on the fly, and it was fun, and I'm having fun with you guys. I hope you guys are enjoying this. The harmony only on the on the last. That's it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I might have to.
But that other sync as well, dude. The flamingo is sick. Check out the game, dude. So sick. Those Miami Vice vibes, but
oh
genty,
yeah.
People used to talk trash with guitars. It's
So who thinks that they can lick over this? Who thinks that?
Yeah, who could shred some crazy Jason Richardson shred or something on this? Do some crazy stuff. It doesn't have to be crazy. I mean, who's just gonna have fun with it? Really.
I need to add
Should be mine. It can be, dude.
Hey Ryan, tell me if this is too much.
I already have a feeling it's gonna be too much.
I kind of like it, but it's a little loud. We'll just throw that in there.
Maybe I'll just
kind of.
You can do the snare.
It's a little nuts. It's the quickest way I can make a. off
So
camera,
slow, dude.
off camera, we'll add some like bass guitar and stuff like that.
Yeah. We'll fill in some more stuff. That's obviously we're not going to drag you guys forever into this the abyss here. But we wanted to give you kind of just show you some insight on like different way of approaching writing, and that it's very accessible for anyone. It's obviously you won't do it this fast right off the bat, but just dive into it, man. Watch some videos, ask questions.
Yeah, if you guys want to hit me up,
yeah.
If you guys want to hit me up for any questions or like production stuff like that, just shoot me a message, and then I can try to set you on a like path, or at least give you some like cool resources to get them that are free. Because there's a ton. I think like Fluff just collaborated with like MX or ML Labs. I'll figure out the name, but Fluff just collaborated with an amp company. I think they just released like a sim that sounds super sick. That's completely free.
We should have a Discord, actually. Sorry, someone asked me for the Discord to chat with us and stuff.
Yeah.
I know Mel has a Discord. I'll make a Legator one.
Yeah.
That's a good idea, actually. I'm down to start like a cool community Discord that we all can like hang out and like post things and stuff. That'd be sick. Yeah, we'll definitely do that. That's a good idea. Thanks, man.
I'll get that up by tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll get that up like tomorrow or something, and just message us for it. Yeah, let's start a Legator Discord, man. You can hang out there. You guys can collab, work with each other, send each other links and stuff. You guys can game together. Dude, let's do it. I mean,
Ryan
whatever.
and I were talking about gaming.
We might do a Legator gaming stream, like a late night stream. I do play a little bit of video games, when I have time.
I find myself up pretty late playing with Ryan sometimes.
Yeah, any League of Legends players in here?
He plays a me and a moo. It's a good time. So I think we're wrapping it up, right?
Yeah, probably.
I've got about a minute. If you guys want to hear the final, not the final, but
not the final, but
or if you guys want, I can quickly go over like how I would mix this. Like
sure,
just a quick,
maybe just a quick like pseudo mix.
Yeah. So like most guitars would usually have some type of filtering, just to get rid of some stuff. So I'm gonna use Pro Q because what's it called? Switch to a bigger. But I kind of use Pro Q3. You can use your DAW stock one, actually, just for proof of concept. I'm gonna. Whoa, I just crashed it. Give me a second.
In case you didn't realize it was live.
Run through all my
Crash mix tutorial. 2 minutes. Crash mix tutorial. Go, Mel.
2 minutes? Okay, cool. So I'm going to open up the session. See all of my Q. Cool. Got Pro Q3.
Pro Q3. He's asking what's Pro Q.
Oh, it's an EQ, but I'm going to use my DAW's. I'm going to
EQ.
use my DAW's EQ just for proof of concept.
Yeah.
So what you're going to want to do is if you're on like if you're a beginner and you're just trying to get into it, you're going to want to, I know this sounds kind of silly, but you're going to want to get rid of not go out of MacBook speakers. That's the first thing you want to do. So the first thing you're going to want to do when you get your guitar dialed in, you're going to see me save a bunch just because I don't usually mix live streams, so my computer might
I don't
struggle
think anybody does.
So what I like to do is you're going to want to thin out the guitar to leave room for the bass. So I'm going to throw this. And then you're going to want to drive this up. I found the sweet spot to be 150 hertz for a high pass. And you'll notice that there's like a bunch of this low end like you don't need that. Like whatever that is, that doesn't help your... That's like the bottom end of an amp that everyone that like if you have a big bottom end on your amp, you're gonna want to remove that. I found that 150 gives me cool because the bass guitar comes in and like fills that up. I'm not gonna go into the crazy subtractive stuff because that would take a lot of time on this stream. And then you'll notice like all that fizz. like that's normal in a guitar tone, but you don't need that. So I usually like low pass that to tighten it up at like 5, and that helps leave room for a lot of the guitar. I mean, a lot of the like vocals that would appear, or lead guitar even.
If you guys shred battle over this song, I'm gonna be super jacked.
What's up?
These guys are talking about doing like a Shrek tag team on top of the song.
That would be cool.
That'd be
And you'll notice that it's a little bit. I threw that EQ on both the guitars right now, and that keeps it super. What's it called? Like it's not fizzy anymore.
Yeah.
Especially since I like pulled out that top end. And then what I like to do is make sure it's at a solid. And then I kind of like to throw a limiter on it, and then the JW guitars has been kind of like the easy one for me, and I toss on Chug Slayer. Chug Slayer like makes sure when he palm mutes, it doesn't. It's a multi-band compressor, and it makes sure it doesn't like woof out or like go crazy. And he doesn't like chug a ton, so that just keeps it even.
I might re-record. I said I might end up re-recording some of this before I send it to you guys. Clean it up a bit.
That slam might be super loud, so I'm just gonna turn it down. And then like, we haven't done any of this, but let me see.
You guys think this jam would be sick for like a Legator ad or something?
Do I have any like? I don't know where I put my sub drops.
Right? Yeah.
I had like a bunch of like these sub drops.
What's up, brother? How you doing, man? So we're kind of coming to a close. I don't know if you just jumped in, but basically what we're doing here, man, we wrote and recorded a track live to show you guys kind of how we approach writing music through a DAW, kind of a different avenue too. And Nell's kind of doing a little pseudo mixing sesh right now. Yeah, it's gonna be sick, man.
It's gonna sound a little weird because we don't have bass guitar in, but like
that's why I played the 7, because I was like, well, we're not gonna have bass,
Make
so
it
I'll
sound
just play a
huge.
7, because I'm actually a 6-string guitar player for the most part. I do like 7. Honestly, after doing this though, I'm kind of pretty jacked on 7.
So for drums, it's like, since like a lot of people think you got to do a ton to samples, you don't, just because they're pre-mixed. Like they're like processed super hard.
Yeah.
So you don't have to like boost. The thing that you're gonna want to do is just try to get.
You think people would actually be into these streams more often? Someone's saying we should do more like chill and record, write random stuff. Maybe I'm down for it. I just, this is kind of experimental thing. The reason we're doing this is because I couldn't get an artist scheduled in because of like it's just been kind of crazy with everyone's schedule.
It's like weird times, so it's not.
And normally I don't like to even play guitar in front of camera or anything like that. But I play for myself for the most part. I'm glad you're enjoying it. That actually makes me stoked. Get that affiliate so we can sub. I'm sure we will, dude. I'm sure we will at some point. This is only the beginning, man. We plan on like pushing this to make a really cool community here. But we're taking it one step at a time. As you can tell, we did put a lot of work into how the whole production of everything.
Shout out to Jacob for making like.
Yes,
the
if
layouts and
is he in here? I don't know. Well, Jacob, our boy, is the boss. with the overlays and everything.
And then I've been slowly accumulating the gear necessary to like bring these live streams up to a bigger production feel.
Sure, yeah, we're trying to step it up as much as we can, keep this professional yet super casual and fun, because we want you guys to be involved. It's not like, oh, look how crazy guitar I am or anything like that. We want it to be like a community-based thing. So I'm looking over here because my screen's over here. I'm trying to read chat. But yeah, dude, I appreciate that you're down with this. We might end up doing more like writing streams and stuff. The point of this wasn't to show like, oh, like look at this cool song that I wrote or whatever. It's more about like, oh, maybe to offer you some kind of insight on like, maybe I'll approach writing this way and see what it does for me. I'll tell you, man, it opens doors, man. It opens so many doors.
'Cause I couldn't write a song on guitar. Like, I don't think I've ever written a full song without a computer. Like, I have ideas in my head, but when I like sit down with an amp, I kind of obsess with my ability to play the song than my like the song's layout and the structure, and then getting the whole entire thing down, then structuring it out, and then showing it to someone so we can collab. I could never do that
It's a
because
lot harder, yeah. Title on technique versus composing, which is, definitely a thing that we all do. I mean, you should be focusing on technique as a guitar player and really trying to hone it between like shredding and like practicing composing and writing something. And in this format, like laying it out where you can actually see everything and cut and drag, and like when I do guitar solos and stuff, like what I do, man, I'll just like literally just noodle on top of the rhythm that I did for like whatever, how long, how many bars. And I'll go in there and I'll just like, oh, I like this lick, cut that out. Oh, I like this lick, cut that out. Paste them together, and all of a sudden I have a badass guitar solo that I probably wouldn't have written just normally otherwise,
Yeah. And like,
just
for instance,
super
that
phrasing.
like this riff over here, I'm pointing to a screen that you guys can't see. For the riff that we have, that like, it's something that I had in my head, but I can't play guitar like Ryan, so I was just like, oh, what if I just turned it off and turned it on? And that's kind of like what I did
And
in that part, and then that's how we came up with
that super
like
banger
that
riff.
Yeah.
And that's important too, because guitar players, for some reason, we don't understand space. I've noticed that too. Having that space will make songs huge. And honestly, sometimes it's about what you don't play.
Yeah.
A lot of the times it is.
Silence builds a lot of tension, and all those breakdowns and that most people are into is definitely. So like, if you guys don't know, I'm at the Snare Drum right now, and what I did is I like using Steven Slate virtual mix rack. They have it's a snare punchy. Just use that.
Hear us at all? This is when the track gets played. Like we just cut out. Like you can't hear us at all.
Oh.
Talking. Sorry about that.
How's this?
Can you hear us now while it's
better?
playing?
Is that better?
I don't know. You tell us, Chad. Is that better? Oh yeah, they said it's good.
So like,
Smiles did.
I just kind of like, usually when you set compressors, you don't want to set them to like go over like -6 or in your GR gain reduction or whatever. The more that the more hype that is, the more it compresses the snare drum.
Thanks, we're learning, guys. Appreciate it. That's it.
Then I kind of like do that. For my toms, I like to treat them like kick drums, so like the same kind of like scooped like bottom end bump for that for the tom, and then like the stick attack happens at about 2 to 5K, so like that little like like that little hit, the little sound you get that's at about there. And then I like tend to treat them differently but the same at the same time. So my toms are here. I have a poorly labeled session, as you can see, because I just turned this on and started jamming. So
Now the music's too low. God, it's always something.
how's that?
We gotta listen to this back, because honestly, we can't hear what you guys are hearing. Like we're just playing this through monitors.
Yeah, I can.
I don't even have the headset on, as you can see.
Throw this on and see.
Okay. Yeah, we probably should have done that before.
Well, it's hard because like I can't like go back. I don't usually have like ideas because it's not this.
I can't play right now.
Yo, yo, yo.
On camera, I just like suck.
Okay, so, oh, I see what it's doing. It like pushes down the
Hit save. Yeah. Good call.
So like I noticed that I compressed this a bit hard, so I'm gonna back off. And then I think the toms only play like twice. And then that's during this big fill. So I'm not gonna stress that a bunch. What's up?
Sorry.
Huh?
I didn't say anything.
I heard like a.
Dude, I like that riff actually. Maybe I'll start a metal project. That's the right mix now. Nice. Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
And then for overheads, I just tend to like try to like remove the kick drum. Or like the low end of it. So like these overhead sounds that you're hearing is Easy Drummer.
Man, I'm glad you're digging the sound. Yeah, we just slapped this together. I mean, it sounded pretty fun. I actually had a lot of fun doing this with Mel, and bouncing my ideas off his on the fly is pretty cool. I suggest you guys do the same, dude. Link up with your buddies, man. If you're not familiar or savvy with computers or software, everyone has that friend, and just link up, dude, and see what you guys can put together. I mean, it's fun.
I would highly recommend that if you have a band, try to learn using a DAW. Like that way you can speak the language to your future producer, and then you can definitely be on the same page with them, especially if you're doing stuff.
It's a must. Yeah, it's a must. And you can just actually track real ideas in real time and be like, hey, check out this band. Like, it's not just like, hey, check out this riff I wrote. Like, let's all think what it could be. It's like, this is it. This is what it's going to be. And just learn the parts and do it, and then offer their inputs as well, and you guys build on that. I mean, it's so useful, and you can do it remotely.
Check.
Like bands that I work with, they're not even in the same city most of the time.
Yeah.
Like their bandmates are all over the place, and they're doing this, and they're accomplishing things that are unreal, and it's because of techniques like this or strategies, approaching things this way.
Yeah, my band recorded
awesome.
our whole entire upcoming EP. We're just having it mixed right now during the quarantine. Like, we didn't do it all here. Everybody has their own interface. We just kind of like went, yo, like we need to get this done. Everybody has the time. Like, just let's get on Zoom like once a week and then just watch each other and be like, hey, that sounded weird, and call it out.
No, you're good. Damn, we've been going for 2 hours.
Well, we've been talking a lot.
Big brain, huh? What is that supposed to mean?
Oh, I see what's going on. All right, so I might have a hard time like hearing. I don't know what the stream is hearing, but what I'm hearing is pretty solid in my ears. This is just a quick pseudo mix.
Smart guy.
Well, it's because like
I don't know if that's sarcasm now, but I appreciate it. Sorry.
right. So like what I hear in my ears are very different than what I hear, and my ears, I mean this, very different from what I hear here. So here's what I got so far. I don't want to dwell on the mix stuff because I want this to be like a creatively focused thing. Unless Ryan wants to do another stream about like actual mixing,
Dialing and
guitars.
mixing.
Yeah.
I mean, if you guys want it, we'll give it to you. I mean, it's really, I want to do whatever you guys want and you got what you're interested in. That's why we've been trying to make these kind of like educational, I guess, in some way.
Yeah, the more we give you guys, the more tools we give you guys to make cool things, I feel like that's what everyone wants. Just like someone to hang out with, to talk to, and to help them figure out what they want to do.
Exactly. That's why we've been talking a lot about like how to produce your own content. Now we're actually diving into how to record that content through musically at least, and then we'll probably do something on video editing as well. How we create the sick like videos that Mel puts together and stuff. All those different things and just techniques and how to approach different ideas. And artist insights, you know, how do they get into business? How do they get touring? How do they make it to where they are? Or how to make it, you know, how to get in guitar endorsement or something like that. That's where I come in, really. And just all that kind of stuff. If you guys have been following us, we've been kind of touching on those subjects frequently. And that's kind of the goal here is just like we want to like help you guys get to where you want to be in any way we can. I don't know, and have fun along the way. You know?
I mean, if you guys want, I'm just going to pitch this idea to Ryan on stream. But like, if you guys want, I can try to see if we can like film a guitar playthrough of this live, but I'll only do it on my iPhone. And then like if you guys want to do that, I can if you guys are into that, I can show you guys how I make Ryan look cool with just an iPhone, and I can go
make
on
me look really cool.
I can go on like show you the back half or probably later in the stream how I do that through like Final Cut and try to use as much stock or free things as possible.
Yeah, let's do that. How about we do that? We'll after this, we'll film it all on the iPhone. We'll make like a promo video with it and like professional grade quality, all done with the cheapest possible setup, and we'll show you how we did it.
You want to do that like next week?
Yeah, maybe we could do that next week or in a YouTube video or something or whatever works. Yeah, we could maybe just do that next week or something.
We're here to make some like just whatever you guys want or whatever you guys need. Just let us know, what are you struggling with in your content creation, like, or what do you feel like is not helping you get noticed?
Yeah, exactly. That's a good way of putting it. Too
relatable.
Sure yeah, that's what we're trying to be. Dude, we're all the same guys, man. I mean, honestly, we're all the same boat. I look cool without an iPhone. Well, I'm actually on it's a pretty nice camera though.
Ryan spent months talking to me about like, hey, what camera should I get?
and this is my camera that you're using. But no, we want to do this all in a budget-friendly setup because we know, you know, especially with the economy right now, it's just hard. You know, we know this. And it's all obtainable, and you can get to where you need to be without necessarily spending a ton of money. Yes, you will have to spend a little bit of money. There's no getting around that. But you can do this affordably and efficiently and professionally, is what I try to tell people. Because especially those guys who are trying to get guitar endorsements and stuff, you know, I get it all the time, man. I get a lot of submissions that are just like, dude, like, come on, you know, like you got to put in more work as far as. You know, it's like writing a resume or a cover letter. Like, you don't want to do it. It's all sloppy. You know, you want it to be professional, clean. It's going to represent yourself and your work ethic. Why should that change with your music and your content? It shouldn't.
If you want I've always heard this, and this might be a little too preachy, but if you want guitar playing to be your job, always treat it like it's your job. Always treat it like it's your career. Exactly. And if that ruins the fun, just be laid back about it and don't be like what's called overbearing or like low effort. Just show that you care about it. If you're gonna spend like hours on the couch learning how to sweep pick, you can spend like the other like 20% of that time learning how to show someone you can do it.
Yeah. Or, you know, start your own guitar company, you know. But yeah, either one or the other, man. But yeah, you just invest in yourself, man. Honestly, care about it, carry yourself with pride, and it'll show, you know.
So let's show you guys what we got.
Okay, from start to finish, we're gonna play one more time, and then did you say Polaroid? Yeah, we'll shoot it on a Polaroid.
Okay, if that's what
we can do that too. We'll make it look good, dude.
I hear the challenge.
Yeah, is that a challenge?
Do you question me? No, I'm kidding. But here, let's check out the final mix. I'm gonna mute these mics just so you guys can get the best of what I can give you.
Enjoy.
And then I'm gonna drop.
Wait, drop a bunch of emojis. Hold on, I want to see a bunch of fire emojis.
And then we'll take up some final questions
and all that cool stuff that people do in Twitch.
Gas this up.
Yeah, gas it up, dude. Come on, we wrote this for you.
All right, here you go.
Live.
And that is it.
Sick. Thanks, guys. Hope you guys dig that. I know it's not like a full, complete arrangement or anything like that, but we really just want to emphasize that you can get started just with riffs, fun, simple things, man, and you can get there. Yeah, we stream every Thursday at 5 p.m. Pacific time, PST. We do. So we're here every Thursday, man. So come hang out anytime. It's not going to be like this. Usually we actually have like real guitarists and real artists come in and like shred your face off and do actual songs and stuff, which is really cool. It's very entertaining. And then we do QAs and stuff like that. We try to touch any topic we can and just kind of go over the whole process of what it's like to be in this industry and why we're here and how we got here and what it takes to get there. So yeah, if you guys ever have any questions about anything to do with anything music related, we're here. We're an open book. Sounds great from the fly, Mel. You're a stinky genius. Ryan, stop being modest. You can play, bro. I don't know.
That's what I told him. I'm like, dude.
I'm okay.
Homie, I can't play guitar. I play everything slow, speed it up, and then beg my guitarist to learn it. He's like,
Well, I
how dare
appreciate
you?
it, Thank you for being so kind. And all of you guys, thanks for hanging out and being so engaging and actually caring about what we're doing. We're doing this because we care about what you guys are doing. So it's cool to see that you guys are like, hanging out and taking something from this, because it means a lot to us. But keep up all the cool stuff, man. I really, send me your guys' music, dude. Honestly, send it to me. If you guys have stuff, I want to hear it. I want to see it. Make quality content. You can do it. And, listen to us, and you can do it.
What's the challenge for this week?
It's gonna shred on this track, or I guess we gotta finish it first, kind of.
So in a couple days, or maybe by the end of tonight, we'll upload this as a rough, and then
maybe I'll make a post about it or something.
Make a post about it, and if you guys can film yourself, however, do it the best that you can.
Yes.
And then send us you shredding over it.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, it'd be cool if you guys could use just throw some leads or shreds or whatever you want. If you have some cool ideas on it, sick, dude. Let's do it. Let's collab and make something fun. And if whoever kills it knocks out of the park, we'll make a video and have you film yourself or something, feature it into it, and we'll post it on our socials or make an ad or something, and we'll even tag you, and it'll be sick. It'll be fun. It's a win-win for everybody, right? Love you too, bro. I think we're going to call it, man. I think we've been doing this for a minute. You guys are troopers for hanging out for so long.
Thanks for hanging.
Appreciate you guys hanging out. I hope you got some useful information from this. I do. And Josh wins. What is that? I don't know. But sick, dude. Thanks again guys. Appreciate all of you guys so much. All the support and love. I can't thank you guys enough. Thanks for following Legator and just being part of the team, man. You guys are our family, so we appreciate it. You guys have a good night, man. Take care.